Hello. I welcome you all to this video and to my channel if it's your first time. My name is Shirayuki, and if you haven't done yet, you should like, comment and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can get notified when I post a new video. In the links below, you can find my Instagram, my Discord server, my newly created Twitter and TikTok, which I will be posting content on. And with all of this out of the way, let's jump straight into this. In today's video, we are going to be doing a character spotlight on multiverses, and the character I've decided to choose today is the character that was originally designed for this game, Reindog. So starting off with Reindog's class. Reindog is a support class character. These characters are best suited in 2v2 matches due to their utility and capability to support their teammates, hence the class's name. Reindog being the case has a lot of supportive capabilities. His kit really represents this very well, as some of his moves are really good for controlling space, some are really good for recovery usage, and some are used to set up traps that will become difficult for the opponent to deal with. So Reindog does really fit the support category very well. So what is Reindog's type of fighting? Now you might be a bit confused about what I mean, so let me explain. In multiverses, there are 3 different types of fighters: a horizontal fighter, a vertical fighter, and a hybrid fighter. So the type of fighter would normally relate to how the character would want to ring out the enemy. If this is on the left or right side, they are a horizontal fighter. The top or bottom, they are a vertical fighter, or a mixture of the both, being a hybrid fighter. So Reindog has a horizontal type of fighting, which means he is a horizontal fighter. This also means he does well with controlling space, which can be seen in a wide variety of Reindog's moves. This also means he has a lot more opportunity to ring out the opponent on the left or right side of the stage. So a lot of Reindog's kit plays a horizontal playstyle. So Reindog is a really special character, as he doesn't come from any of the main franchises represented in the game, but he was designed for this game, created by the people who helped make this game player first games. So Reindog joined the multiverses after coming from a world named Xanathir, which had been destroyed due to a being known as the Nothingness. He hopes to one day bring his family back to life with his new power fortified by his heart-shaped gem. This backstory is really interesting because this is all we know about Reindog. From this backstory alone, we could see an original game where Reindog is the main character and he is defeating the Nothingness to return his family back to life. Or, what I think is more likely is that we will get a Reindog inspired event on multiverses where the Nothingness comes to the multiverses and tries to take over the franchises, and it would be like a boss battle where you defeat the Nothingness several times to prevent the Nothingness from corrupting the multiverses. The backstory is vague and opens a wide variety of lore for Reindog. So we are going to start with Reindog's neutral and air neutral attack, being his Patu attack. This is a projectile that can be aimed up and or down and will bounce off any terrain. This projectile can also be charged, so the longer you charge up the attack, the bigger the projectile. This move is the exact same in the air. This move can also be enhanced by his down special, which creates a firewall trap that when projectiles pass through it, they will become stronger and bigger, and when hitting an opponent, they will have the ignited status effect placed on them, which will deal damage over time, but this damage will start to decay. This move is a core piece of Reindog's gameplay. There will be times you will throw out the projectile to react to the opponent's projectile, or if you don't want them getting in close, you can use this projectile to push them back. This projectile is beneficial for Reindog as this move can deal a lot of damage and can help him get closer to the enemy. And this also can be used as a unique edge guarding mechanic, as when the opponent is knocked off the stage, you can use the neutral attack to try and knock them into the ring out zone. So this move is really useful and is so important for Reindog. Now moving on to Reindog's side neutral, this is quite simple to explain. So this attack is just a simple 3-string combo consisting of a couple swipes and then a headbutt. So out of all of Reindog's neutral attacks, this one is personally my favourite. This move makes Reindog turn into a ball and spins into the opponent, hitting them several times. This move is a really good combo style, as this move can also be followed into another move like his neutral attack, for example. He kind of like becomes Sonic for a second. One thing about this move is that this move can also be used as an edge guarding tool. It is a really risky edge guarding tool, but can be very effective. This move can also break armor, which makes this move's viability so much greater. This move is a great addition to Reindog's neutral attack kit and is a very strong and reliable move. Now moving on to Reindog's up neutral attack. This attack is where Reindog launches upwards into the air, hitting any enemy above him with his back. This move can also be charged, so the longer you charge it, the higher that Reindog will go into the air. This move works really well with Reindog's up air neutral, which I will speak about in a minute, as these two moves together can get you vertical ring outs. So in terms of usefulness by itself, it is not the best, but in tandem with his up air, it is a very good move that sets up into a ring out potential. So now moving on to his up air, Reindog goes straight into the air and takes a bite above him, dealing damage to anyone in his bite's radius. So how does this ring out work? So you will use Reindog's up neutral, hitting them into the air, which can be followed into his up air neutral, which will ring out the opponent. His up air move can also be performed twice in a row, giving you more opportunity to knock out the opponent at the top of the screen. Now, moving on to Reindog's down neutral attack, Reindog performs a powerful tail swipe that can break armor. This move has good ring out potential, especially when the opponent is at high percentages. Finally, his last neutral attack is his down air attack. So this move is what you would classify as a spike move and one of his greatest edge guarding tools. So what the spike move is when the opponent is trying to get back onto the stage, this move can prevent them from getting onto the stage, and most of the time when this is the case, this will also lead to a kill confirm, as the move will knock them to the bottom of the stage, which will get you a ring out on the opponent. A kill confirm is basically where an attack or a series of attacks will cause a character with high damage percentage to be KO'd or ring outed in this case. So what his move does is Reindog will use a powerful tail swipe that will knock enemies downwards. This move is key as spikes are a common theme of platform fighters. So now we are going to look at Reindog's special moves. Starting with Reindog's neutral and air neutral special, Love Leash. This is a long heart-shaped tethered projectile that will deal damage to any enemy that walks into the laser whilst it's active. This laser can be aimed so you can angle it in a way where the opponent will take damage. This tether can also attach to allies and pull them to your location, so this can prevent them from dying if hit off the stage. Whilst attached to an ally, this increases the duration of the ability. After the ability is used, there is a cooldown, so you will have to wait until you can use it again. The air version of this attack is exactly the same, but just in the air. Looking at Reindog's side special, his Flounce Pounce attack. This is quite a simple attack to explain, so it's just a forward pounce attack. This attack has quite short range, so it's better for close combat. This move also doesn't do that much damage, but this move's usefulness is Reindog's claws going purple on the attack, meaning this attack can break through armor, which can be critical at certain times. So his side air special is a move that isn't useful because of its damage, but more useful for its recovery purpose. So this move is a spinning sideways headbutt. This move doesn't break armor and isn't really that powerful, but its usefulness is the ability to recover with it. Now let me explain. So Reindog is quite a floaty character. He is also quite slow. This can be seen as a negative trait, but this recovery helps him from being edge guarded, as you can use Reindog's up air straight after, making him even harder to hit. So this move is really good and really helpful and gives him more recovery options. Now moving on to one of Reindog's best abilities, being his up special, Power Crystal. This creates a crystal above Reindog's head and will shoot a bolt of lightning down, hitting anyone under it. Just like a lot of Reindog's moves, the more you charge, the more the crystal goes into the air. And there have been some occasions when my opponent can't actually see where the crystal is unless they jump quite high into the air. If the opponent is hit by this move, they get given the status known as Shocked. Now, what is Shocked, you might be asking, and let me explain. So the Shocked status effect is a modifier. So in 1v1s, all it will do is just cause the opponent to take damage over time. But in 2v2s, the character which is shocked also deals damage to any ally they come in contact with, meaning the opponent has to be careful not to go into each other, which is easier said than done. Earlier, I mentioned that anyone can be hit by a crystal, and yes, you can also get hit by the crystal. But rather than being shocked, you become electrified. This means the next time you hit an enemy, you apply the shocked status effect onto them. So this move is great for controlling space and definitely one of his key special moves. Moving on to Reindog's up air, this is normally a move that would be classified as a recovery move. A move that will do little to no damage, and its main source of usefulness is the ability to recover when getting back onto the stage. So Reindog will tumble upwards into a ball and roll around. In 1v1s, the only reason you would use this move is for recovery purposes, but in 2v2s, this also allows your allies to use you as an object to throw when in ball mode. this obviously will damage because this would be classed as a projectile. So this move has really good utility in 1v1s and even better usefulness in 2v2s. Finally, we move on to Reindog's last ability, being his down special and down air special. These moves are quite similar. This attack causes Reindog to shoot an arched fireball, and if it hits the opponent, they will be given the ignited status effect, which I spoke about earlier. And that ignited means that the opponent will take residual damage over time, but this damage will start to decay over time. When hitting a surface, it creates a fireball hazard that applies the ignited effect. The fireball can be charged, so the longer the charge, the further the fireball will travel. This also has some 2v2 utility, as allies' projectiles that pass through will also become ignited when the opponent is hit by them. This projectile can also be fired multiple times before the cooldown, and on the cooldown the fireball's lifetime is greatly reduced. Now looking at the down air special, this is the same as Reindog's down special, however it is in the air. And also you can't charge this fireball and it's only shot downwards. It looks like we are at the end of this video. I would like to say thank you so much for watching today's video. If you haven't done yet, please like, comment and subscribe. And once again, turn on the notification bell so you can get notified when I post new content. And with that all out of the way, I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.